All right, hello. Welcome to Tiny Talk number 44. We're here with a very special artist, one of the rare artists that come through our open mic. Usually, we meet them through the Love Mic, or I meet them at the Balcony Club or some other open mic. But Cleetus Grimes here actually started coming over here. I don't want to say first. You've done other things, and we'll learn about that later. But how I was introduced to Cleetus Grimes was at our open mic, and through a good friend of mine, Tim Liz, who was a frequent, regular over here, maybe like last year, and he kind of took a break, I guess. And then he came back with Cleetus Grimes, and we went like, holy hell, this is kind of crazy. So, of course, when I see somebody that's amazing, I always bother them about, hey, you want to do an interview or you want to have a show? And she said yes to both, which her first Tiny Stage session is going to be on the 27th. And she said yes to her first Tiny Talk, which is right now. So please help me in welcoming Cleetus Grimes. Pew, pew, pew.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Tiny Talks.
Yeah, I really only ever went to Opening Bell Coffee as my first open mic.
Yeah.
That was my first ever open mic in my life, and that was like 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah, two or 3 months ago, I went to my first ever open mic at Opening Bell Coffee, but then... So I went there myself, but then after I met Tim, he actually suggested on like a Friday, day of, that we go to this open mic he actually knew of.
I love Tim.
That was on Fridays. And so then that was my second ever open mic.
Nice.
Yeah. So
you've been only doing live stuff for the last couple of months only?
Yeah,
That's
pretty
insane.
much. But I did actually have
insane.
a release like a few weeks ago of 2 songs. So I haven't been like completely dead on the internet.
No. That's interesting because from the very first time I saw you here, I was like, holy crap, who's this? And how the hell they even hear about us? And I was like, well, of course, Tim Liz, he knew about us. But like your stage presence and like your confidence and the way you perform and everything, and even your music, I was like, okay, this is like a seasoned artist. How the hell haven't I heard about this person yet? So that's kind of
really appreciate.
That's kind of amazing that it's only been a couple of months doing at least doing live stuff. But you have a bunch of songs already released out there in the streams verse, right?
Yeah.
But only since like the last year or so.
So there's a story behind that. I actually have around like 40 songs that have ever been released, but there's
released.
Yes. So there's a story though.
All right.
So
Let's get into it.
I started thinking about, considering about being a musician artist since April of 2025.
Okay.
That was when the first thought happened. I wrote 6 songs.
In that month?
No,
in
1 week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So, I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but I went to
we are live, remember.
I went to a vacation where you can only have crayons and access nothing else. And so in this really horrible vacation that I did not want to partake in, I wrote 6 songs about how much it sucked. And then I got out after a week and I was like, man, maybe I could become a musician artist person. So I got out of this horrible vacation, and now I had more than crayons. I actually had access to the internet and actually pencils now.
Hey.
Back in the real world. And I was like, maybe I could release this stuff. And I was super naive, and I created a whole musician profile on the streaming platforms, and I released an EP called...
like right away?
Yeah, wow. I just released an EP.
Okay, so we have to get into that process because I've had now 43 interviews, not including yours. The process to record and release is not fast and not easy. So
yeah.
How did you? All right, we have to backtrack a little bit because I have to do this.
I can explain.
So like with these interviews, like I always started out, I say that I see you all as superheroes. You have a certain superpower, especially you. But I love to get to the origin story, right? So I love to find out like where it all started. Like, what was the spark that even made you want to write music the way that you do, or sing the way that you do, or like say if you play the guitar, whatever, right?
Okay.
So what was the spark for you? you would say?
So when I was in that horrible vacation.
That bad vacation, yep.
Yeah, with the crayons. I had never considered it up until then, but all I had was a journal, actually. Maybe I underestimated what I had. I had a journal, one of those paper composition notebooks, and I also had the crayons. And so I was like, how can I express how stinking crappy this is with a journal and crayons? And I was like, I could journal about it. Nah, that's cringe. I could write poems about it. Nah, that's cringe. Cringe. And then I was like, I could write a song about it. And I was like, that's pretty dope. That would convey it. And so I still wasn't really taking anything seriously. And I wrote the 6 songs, and then I came out, and then I was able to... I got on, like, Discord and stuff and found, like, producers on there, like, where I could...
really?
Yeah. So with that
Listen
journal...
up, local musicians. This is how you do it.
Yeah. This is how I did it with, like, $30 per song.
Wow. All right.
Or maybe even, like, $20 sometimes for the 6 songs that I had produced. I had that journal with the writings of the songs that I supposedly wrote. And I knew in my head the vocal melodies and the rhythm for, like, the vocals and everything about the vocals. But I didn't know anything about the instrumental. So I just went to these producers that you find on Discord. And, like, you can just go on, like, those server searching platforms and, like, search up, like, underground or, like, music or something, and you can find these Discords that have producers that do commissions or freelance work. And so I just sent them a voice recording of me singing my song a cappella, and then they would just create an entire backing track from scratch for it on, like, FL Studio or something.
It's kind of like Fiverr
send
almost.
it to me. Yeah, so then they'd send it to me, and then I'd just send them the exact recording that I wanted them to put on it, and then they'd mix it for me and send it back.
Wow.
But I recorded the vocals really well because I told my dad what I was doing, and he really supported it because he wanted me to recover from the horrible vacation.
Yeah.
And he actually had this old Scarlett box with a microphone that I could plug into my computer, and I spent $200 on Studio One to record the vocals. So I actually had, like,
What's Studio One?
Studio One is a DAW platform that you can use to create music.
Okay.
And so, are you okay?
I was reading weird comment on the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You attract some weirdos.
Huh?
Like that post that you put on, like some, like, random people, like, posting some ugly things. We have a weird comment on the chat. I don't know what the hell this is about, but yeah, go ahead.
Interesting.
We're gonna ignore this.
Yeah, so I did that, and I had 6 songs with, like, $30 per song. And then I was just like, YOLO, you only live once. I'm gonna freaking put them on streaming platforms because it's only, like, $20 for a DistroKid subscription.
Wow.
And so I went under the name Lou Misray.
Lou
Misray.
Lou Misray, all right.
Yes. And I posted that EP. And I was like, wow, that was really gratifying.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I'm going to do it again. And so then I did a 14-song album.
Wow. So, like, the writing just kind of started to flow after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was it all about this bad vacation, or did it start to turn into
No.
other things?
The album started being about just, like, my struggles with boys.
Yeah.
Because
why not?
I was in high school.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I was really happy after the album. But then last October comes around, so very recently, October 25, I was like, I actually enjoyed that whole process of releasing the EP and the album so much under this name that I don't like any of that stuff anymore because I did it as a hobbyist.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to delete all of it off the surface of the internet now.
So it's not out anywhere?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to delete all of it now, and I'm going to rebrand as something completely new.
Okay.
And so in October, I came up with Cleetus Grimes,
That was going to be one of my questions. If Cleetus Grimes is your actual name, because I actually don't know. I just know you as Cleetus Grimes.
Cleetus Grimes
probably on
is
purpose.
not my actual name.
All right.
But
You don't have to reveal it if you don't want to.
But you know, if I was found dead in a forest and they could not identify me by my face, they'd probably identify me by Cleetus Grimes first because I have it tattooed on me.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm real with the Cleetus Grimes.
So how did that persona kind of come about?
So that came about because on that 14-song album I had released as Lou Misere, I had one song that you have heard before called To Be a Dishonest Man.
Yeah.
That one was as Lou Misere. And so I was like, I really liked that like really slightly country thing going on. I had going on with my voice. And so I wanted to just rebrand as like more structured and like focused on a really specific niche style.
Yeah.
And so I just chose the style of that song and just I did like a rock song with it with Call from the Chaplain, and I did weird grunge stuff now with I forgot the words. And so basically I came up with the name Cleetus Grimes because I just thought of like a really, if you think of like a really, really ugly fat farmer that drives a truck. And he drives this truck so much with the window down that like half of his face is age. And he's yes, and he's just hideous. And he has like one of those tumbleweed things coming out of his mouth, and then he has like a big old straw hat, and he's like, that he would be Cleetus.
Yeah,
that's Cleetus. But what if Cleetus was actually just a cute teenage girl? And Cleetus would probably get bullied for that name, Little Miss Cleetus. And so I did Cleetus Grimes. Grimes because, like, destroyer of evil, like, she overcomes the really ugly name. And it actually becomes a cute little country thing.
Very
Grimes,
cool.
like Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's Cleetus
that's so
Grimes.
cool.
That's the whole story.
That's so freaking awesome. All right, so the way that you just described how you produce and released so fast and everything, it seems like you have some kind of knowledge of music, because I was going to ask, like, how did you even know, like, how to write? Because I kind of want to write a song someday.
I could help you with that.
Right, but, like, do you have some kind of education on how to do that? Or, like, because, like, there's, like, structure to it, right?
So, like all of the roles, like, all of the logistics of getting a song out?
Mm-hmm. No, like writing it, like even, you know.
Writing a song, like just
one,
lyrics?
Like from nothing, like just
from
an
nothing.
idea in your head and like
just
how to even.
From the tip of my brain
Yeah.
to the release?
Because for me, I'm thinking like maybe like somebody would write poetry. There's a certain structure to it, right?
Yeah.
And especially a certain style that you want to sing or play. There's a certain structure, right? So, like,
Yeah.
I would probably look it up or ask somebody for some help or something,
Yeah.
which I am.
Yes, yes.
But, like, it seems you just kind of knew it, or did you actually have some kind of education in this or some kind of background?
I definitely had some education in it when I was in high school. Fun fact, I was supposed to have just graduated high school a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
But I had dropped out in October. And so that's a whole story in itself, because I was really good academically, really smart. Like, I was like kind of considered a prodigy once I got my IQ like professionally tested.
I believe it.
Because it was like 126 or something.
Wow.
And so I was really good at all my classes. I took the AP classes. I got 5s in AP Bio and AP English Language.
So you really had college credits going.
Yeah. But I ended up dropping out because people were just mean to me.
Mm-hmm. Sheesh.
And so then I was able to focus on getting a job and getting music going and moving out. And so that's how that happened so fast.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that?
I was asking about like the writing process and this and that, like how you, or like the education behind it.
Yes, so I was really good at English. Mm-hmm. And that helped me in all of my classes. Okay. And so because I was really good at English, we would have to analyze poems and like extract the rhetorical meanings going on. And so I learned how to write. I just knew how to write a song because it's kind of just a poem with probably a repeating part, which is the
Right.
chorus.
Right.
And the same structure of verses. So like the stanzas are really organized.
And what about the musical part to it? Do you have any kind of background with
So no, I actually didn't have any kind of background with that. So when I was in this horrible vacation and I wrote my first song, I took into account all of the English I knew, but I just kind of had to guess about all the musical stuff. So I actually wrote The Call from the Chaplain, my crazy rock song, in that first mental hospital with that intent for it to sound like that. And I wrote it because there was a chaplain that was there every Thursday and every Sunday, and he did a church service for us and would play us like songs and stuff. And so that song is a complete narrative of that entire experience with him, like really appreciating him and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And so I wrote that song, like literally just thinking, like writing the words as I thought them. And so like those 6 songs that I wrote in that horrible vacation, it was all literally just very narrative and just making sure it rhymes and had a good structure. Because the actual lyrics to The Call from the Chaplain is, "The call from the chaplain was very rationed, first taste on Thursday, the next on Sunday." And so it's like, it's just very straightforward in chronological order of events. So you really don't have to worry about, like, that song sounds really good.
Yeah.
But the lyrics aren't profound or anything. It's literally just a narrative that rhymes with a lyrical structure that
Really?
sounds good.
Shoot.
And has a really good guitar part.
For me, it is profound, but I have a tendency to kind of overanalyze things. So,
So that's how I started with the songwriting. And really, it became such a punk kind of song because the producer that I found for that particular song on the Discords and stuff really just thrived with like bass and like bands and stuff, so he kind of just naturally leaned that way with it. And so the first prototype of that song, I've since re-recorded it for like $500, but
oh, wow.
the first prototype of that song was like it was like kind of like grinding, like
Ooh.
dark, like black metal.
Is
kind
that
of.
somewheres?
I might actually
You don't have to play it right. Or,
I might be able to find it.
no, we don't got to waste time for that.
But
someday you're out, off camera you can play it.
yeah, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, it was really like it. So what those songs became really was based off of the knowledge and like the preference of the producer, because I was paying so little.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like for some people watching that are like maybe 16 or something, that $30 is a lot for one song, but you have to consider like,
for one song to be put out.
Yeah, for one song to be like produced, like get a beat.
That's nothing.
Like yeah, because these people are spending hours on it, and like unless they're really passionate about what you're doing, you cannot expect them to even do $30 because that's cheap. They're doing it as a passion.
And you got to consider all the time they put into even learning that stuff too. So
absolutely,
like, all that,
yeah. So I was paying so little with the $30. Like if I was just accepting the first thing that they sent me.
Yeah.
And so those all kind of just became what the final versions were based off of, because it like warped my view of the song to be in that genre that they made it in.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's kind of how it was with To Be a Dishonest Man and I Decree You too. Like it was just originally just came out that way from the producer, from the top of their head, and that's just how I started to think of it.
And so did you kind of change since, like, how, I guess, I don't want to say genre, but like the style that you played, like you kind of like gone into your own, where like things that you like instead of like whatever the producer's saying?
So I think
especially when you're paying $500 for it, it's like, no, this is what I want. Like, right?
So actually my most recent release, The Lament for Applause, with I Forgot the Words and Don't Sing My Songs, that one we Tim and I made.
Okay.
So
like produce and all that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice, wow.
So
I didn't know Tim could do that.
I came up with the guitar part for it.
Nice.
And I came up with the chords for it on guitar, and then I came up with like the vocal everything for it. Like I came up with the song, and then Tim played like 8 layers of guitar parts on the song with the chords that I came up with.
Wow.
And then we got someone on Fiverr to do the 2 songs drums for $70.
Like offsite, just.
No.
Oh, they actually came
Yeah.
in? Oh, okay.
Yeah. For $70 for both the songs.
Wow.
And then I found someone to mix it, get this, for $10 each.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so, like, I put, like, sound effects in that first one. I had, like, crowd noises
Nice.
and, like, glitching at the end. You asked me if it was, like, the song doing that
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
And so, like, I just really had a whole lot of fun with that release because, like, I just directed the whole thing, and it was super cheap.
All right, so I have a couple of questions from that little story. First, how did you learn how to play the guitar?
Okay.
Because I know you told me, I don't know how to play the guitar, and then you put on like a 2-hour show by yourself on Sunday, and I was like, yes, you do.
So basically, the month before April, I think March in 2025, I started learning guitar. I started learning electric guitar.
Okay.
And not in relation to me making my own music or anything whatsoever, but I started playing electric guitar with the intention of it being like a party trick or something that would like attract guys or something. like if I had a guy came over and I
like
picked up the guitar
out, right?
and I would just like
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, like that's just what I imagined.
Uh-huh.
Like shredding like I'd be like, yeah, it'd be over. I'd be a cat.
So you started playing the guitar the same reason most guys start to play the guitar.
Yes, exactly. And
hilarious.
so that happened a month before I had to go on the horrible vacation. And so obviously I kept learning how to play the guitar, and I was going to lessons
Oh, nice.
in McKinney for guitar, but then I stopped eventually because I just started working like 70-hour weeks. And so like I just didn't want to pay for the slot anymore, so I stopped. But then I kept kind of teaching myself up until now.
Nice.
But then there's that thing I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was 15, I had like this horrible thing that happened, and I was in a coma for like a week.
Wow.
And I was having seizures and stuff, and when I woke up, I had like a variety of ailments, like I got leg pains, bilateral neuropathy, but I also lost my coordination, like in total. Like I can't really walk straight without like my legs being in sight, or like I can't like really catch a ball or anything. And so in that same way, like I can't really play guitar ever since that when I was 15, which was way before the guitar I ever started playing.
Yeah.
Where if I look at this hand, I might be able to hit the chords right. But that means I'm not looking at this hand, so now I can't strum.
Right.
And so eventually I really worked hard to get to the point where I could down strum, but like I can't really like do complex. I definitely can't do any finger picking, yeah. I can't do any of that stuff at all because I have to focus on this hand doing the chords.
Yeah.
And so I'm just definitely stunted in that way. And so learning guitar like that just really like made me play guitar really odd.
That's so funny because when I saw you playing, I was like, oh wow, what a cool style of playing. Like, you know, like it's unique and it's kind of your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't poo-poo it so much. You know. I think, you know, maybe it's kind of one of these silver lining kind of things, possibly.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Out of a bad thing comes a pretty cool thing, and maybe.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
No.
Well, so that's why I do mostly down strums. But so pretty much I've just been playing guitar for maybe like a year and 3 months now.
Wow, that's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. You're progressing so freaking fast. It's crazy.
Oh, I appreciate that. I
So-
always felt like I was progressing really slow.
No freaking way. I mean, what the hell do I know? But it seems like it's like you're going on a pretty steady trajectory. But my second question from that story is, how did you meet Tim Liz? Because I met Tim Liz,
Yes.
a good, probably maybe more than a year ago or about a year ago. He would come to the open mics over here, and he'd be amazing. And I love how he sounded like Alice in Chains, and especially for my cousin.
He's really good at like his rock impressions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And the way he plays guitar, and I love his energy and everything.
Oh,
And then we would chill here, like he'd be we'd be BSing as I'm breaking down the stage. We'd be here till like 2 a.m. just talking about life or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he kind of took a break, I guess. I don't know what happened, but then all of a sudden he popped up with you, and I was like, hey.
He actually had gone to Tennessee and lived there for 9 months.
Oh, okay.
And he was like
I
really
think he mentioned that
grinding
actually. Now that you
and
mention
he was
it, I
like
think
really
he told me
grinding
that.
it out in Nashville, like really trying to make it work
Really?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he had come back for an unrelated reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so we met at the Opening Bell Coffee.
At the
So
Opening
the
Bell.
first ever open mic I ever went to, I walked in 10 minutes before it started. That was my first mistake. But I sat down, and there was a guy on stage doing the mic check with the guitar and stuff, and it was Tim. And so in my head, I was like, oh, okay, he's cute. And then, like, I went, like, 8th or something, which really sucked because, like, really slowly I was getting really nauseous, but in a weird way because I wasn't actually, like, nervous or anything.
Yeah.
But I was getting really nauseous. Or I didn't perceive that I was nervous. I didn't feel scared. But I went up, like, 8th after, like, my nausea, like, really built up. And I got on stage with a guitar that was not mine. So this guitar right here, it's really easy to play with the strings and stuff. The strings are really easy to press down. That was like that guitar and an electric guitar, which is even easier to play.
Oh, your cable's like a dolphin. That's so cool. I just noticed.
It's a shark.
Shark. My bad. Oops.
Yeah.
All right. Even
so
cooler.
So those two really easy to push down guitars are the only guitars I'd ever played up until this point. So I got this guitar that was an electric acoustic that I had literally never played anything like it before. I got on stage, and I already realized I couldn't really press down my chords.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't going to be able to hear what chords I was playing because I couldn't even play them. And so that was my second mistake. And so then I played 2 songs, messed them both up heavily to the extent that I was just sitting on stage thinking about what the next lyric was for like 20 seconds, just like, sorry guys, drum roll please, and then I'd go into it. And so I got off, and I was going to go to the bathroom because I felt really sick still. And I went to the bathroom and I came back, and I was going to leave now because I actually felt so nauseous. But I hadn't thrown up or anything. And Tim, like asked me to step outside, and I thought I had done something wrong. And I thought I had, like, violated, like, the secret underground open mic rules or something by, like, going to the bathroom. And so he pulled me aside, and he was like, I thought you were really good, and, like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but basically he offered to, like, maybe play guitar for me or, like, collaborate in some way. And I, like, really appreciated that. And so, like, the next day... Oh, anyways, I did end up leaving, and I did end up throwing up on the side of the road twice.
Oh, jeez.
So, much-needed conclusion. The next day, after I did that, I texted him on Instagram because he gave that to me. And I was like, I would really like to take you up on the offer. And so he came over, and we played more than just the songs he had heard. And they all were sounding really, really good. And so we kept on hanging out and, like, learning the songs and stuff together. And then we went to Opening Bell again that next Saturday.
The comeback.
And it was like, yeah. And it was really good. Like, I really surprised myself, and I just really felt like I could do it.
Yeah.
And so then eventually we came to Be Hippy, and then we just kept on.
Wow, and the rest is history,
going.
as they say.
Yeah.
Wow, that's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because both of you, I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is happening here? I was like, hey, that's Tim. And I was like, who's this? Okay. But I was like,
yeah. And I think we came to Be
Unbelievable.
Hippy only after, like, 2 weeks of meeting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, Tim Liz, for this.
Thank you, Tim Liz.
So at this point, you have how many things released?
I have
Songs?
6
Nothing,
songs.
songs.
I have 6 songs released.
6 songs released in less than a year, or about a year?
Yeah. A little more
Unbelievable.
than a year.
I don't know. That sounds like a lot to me. I mean, not in a bad way, in a really, really good way. Because it seems with other artists, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it is. I'm not an artist myself. I'm going to
You are an artist.
I'm going to learn the process hopefully soon. Like
you
the actual-
are an artist. You do not
I am the artist of the month from Artist
not-
Connect.
You do not have to have anything released to be an artist. You
Yeah.
don't even have to pick up a guitar to be an artist or like even record a freaking voice note of your song to be an artist. You just have to make art to be an artist, and then that's
Bars.
it.
Thank you. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I just would like that satisfaction. Like you said, like it kind of feels good to kind of have it out there,
Yeah.
like and then
Yeah.
and then maybe I'll get bored of that
I
too.
got
and
I
then,
got like a lot of gratification
Yeah.
from releasing songs, so I just kept doing it and kept pouring money into it.
Yeah. I just wish I had that superpower of like just writing, like just be
Well-
able to be like just like have a thought in my head and to be able to express it in a certain way that can fit into a song and be melodic.
I had all of the funds and like the freedoms to do that because my dad is so good.
Yeah.
Because he
Shout out to Pops.
Yes, shout out to Pops because he is so kind to
And
me.
it's Father's Day coming up.
Very
Aw.
as supportive as he could be while still being like scared. Like just very, very. I'm very grateful for him. Like this, none of this would be possible without my dad.
I'm grateful to your dad too, because if not that, we wouldn't have what happened here this
Not
past
at
weekend.
all.
Because this past
Yeah.
weekend, people, go back on our YouTube channel. Look up the Jambalaya Part 3 and the Tiny Rehearsal on Sunday. That following Sunday, holy freaking crap! It was freaking amazing, and it was Lizard Queen's Jambalaya, which we featured Cleetus Grimes on that Friday, which you said was like the first time that you ever played for like half an hour or something, right?
Oh yeah. So basically, she asked me to open for her, like
'Cause she saw you at,
like
at
oh
a
yeah
previous open mic.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know. I think it was Jambalaya Part 2, but you were part of the open mic portion. And I was like, "Have you heard of them?" She's like, "No, they're freaking amazing." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Do you want me to invite them to the next
Yeah.
one?" And then yeah.
Yeah. So that happened, but Liz and I have really started to become really good friends.
Yeah.
Like basically, we had been in an open mic here, and she told me about this really good place that she worked at, and she
Yep.
invited me to go interview, and I actually got the job. And so now we're both waiting tables together at the same job, and we're coworkers.
Give them a plug if you want. If you want, you don't have to.
I don't know if I should shout that out.
No worries. You don't have to. You don't have to.
But I think it's really good for us, and we've really become good friends over it. But we hadn't played music together yet. But while we were at work one day, she asked me if I wanted to like open because I was already going to be there and watch and
Yeah.
stuff. I just didn't know about participating. And she asked me to open for her, and then like the day before, she was like, "Yeah, it can be like 30 to 45 minutes."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, I've only ever been able to play like 3 songs at open mics."
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
I
so
love that was here.
that was the first time I played like
Thank you,
not
Liz.
an open mic, like an actual like actually
like a
open
set,
for
like a full
someone.
set,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so I was so grateful for that. And then we had that last Sunday. We were at work together. It wasn't planned for me to come at all. We were at work, and she was
Yeah, I
like,
know. She did text me. She was like, "Hey, can we go on the stage?" And I was like,
yeah,
sure.
she wanted to just go practice
Yeah.
out here. And so she invited me, and I was like, okay, I'll go. And she was like, okay.
And you were actually on time. So.
Yeah, and so we came, and then we just started, like, vibing.
Oh, my God. The freaking chemistry. Again, people, go on the YouTube channel. It's the Tiny Rehearsal, the Lizard Queen. But it's, yeah, the chemistry, I thought I was watching, like the birth of Simon and Garfunkel kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
the way that and I don't know how you were saying, like, I don't know how to improv or whatever. I was like, bullshit. I was like, I just saw like an hour of like you doing that perfectly and like I've heard Liz's songs a lot, right? But your interpretations of them, like it breath, like, and you can see her face as she's playing the piano in
Yeah.
those videos. Like she's like, what the fuck? She was like,
Yeah.
this is a whole new kind of like, and it's so funny. The last time she was kind of rehearsing, she kind of mentioned like, "Oh, I'm kind of getting tired of my songs." Ha 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 ha.
I
like in
loved her
jokey way, and I'm
songs.
like, never say that again. No, but like the way that you kind of interpret it and both together, yeah. I
Yeah.
hope you guys continue to like do
Oh my
a
gosh,
whole
me
lot
too.
together.
That was basically.
If you two come out with an original, I'm gonna.
You
freak
were
out.
you were standing there watching when she came up and we played our first ever song together.
Mhm.
We had never collaborated on music in that way before.
No, you
But
two made me cry like a good 5
I
times.
would
that day.
absolutely love to make a song with her and like release it as Cleetus and stuff. on like streaming
Especially the way
platforms.
both of you write. Holy crap.
Yeah, I would love to do like a co-write and release it as both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be so excited for
But
that.
that was freaking magical. Honestly,
Yeah.
like there's less than a handful of moments on this stage that like are moments that I can say like I'll never ever forget. Liz has another one of them when she collaborated with Roman DeFro for his song Obese. How he was having a show here, his first birthday show, which is a big thing over here. And he wanted to come to rehearse during the open mic. So, and at that time there was like, I don't know, 4 people. There wasn't anybody here really.
Yeah.
So he had plenty of time, and he was here with Rennis Jackson to kind of work out a bass line and blah blah. And Liz was here too, so she did her set and said, "Hey, if anybody wants a keyboardist, I can jam." And then he said in the audience, "Hey, that'd be pretty cool for Obese." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Well, we'll get on the stage, do it. Why not? We have time, you know."
Yeah.
And at that time, we had our beloved Model 12, who's injured right now, but with that one, we can record it like right there. It's like a really nice mixture that we can do a whole lot with.
Wow.
So Liz took like 10 minutes to actually learn the song, and then they did it twice together, but with the backtrack. And then I asked them for one more time, but I didn't tell them it was going to be without the backtrack. But I asked for one more time because when they were playing together with the backtrack, I couldn't really hear Liz with the piano. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of being drowned out. So the third time they did it, you know, it starts out with the backtrack, but then I slowly faded it out, and then it was just them two with the piano. And then the song turned into a whole different version where Obese is like a bop, you know, like it's a song that makes you
Yeah.
want to dance or whatever, kind of exciting or whatever. But those kind of songs, like, you might know the lyrics, but like maybe you don't know what the song's about. You're not thinking about what it's about, right? 'Cause
Right.
it's about happiness or about partying, right? But when it was just them two, I actually got to listen to the lyrics, and I was like, oh my God, this is kind of like an ode to your father almost. Because it's about how he wanted to get these Air Force these knockoffs Air Force Ones because everybody had them, and his father taught him how to work hard, and then if he worked hard and got good grades, he can get them, you know, stuff like that, you know?
Right.
But when it was them two, and all of a sudden his voice changed from like being like, exciting song to like, I'm telling you a story about my childhood and trying to get these sneakers and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh my God, now it's like a whole different song. And for his birthday show, right after that, I was like, oh my God, that was freaking amazing. And then he goes, hey, Liz is going to be here Saturday. And I was like, what do you mean? She's not on the bill. Like, what? Like, that just happened right now? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool, bet. So his birthday show, she's here, and just kind of picture the crowd. It's like a good, like, 100 people here. We actually closed
Really?
we closed off the parking lot here because there were so many people.
Wow.
And all hip-hop heads, mainly men, you know. And there's Liz kind of sticking out, also with Dale, too, which is another thing that he collaborated with Roman. But they go up to do Obese, or, like, she gets up and people are like, what's going on here? Like, they don't know what's happening, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then he's going to get into Obese, which is, like, kind of like, at that point, I guess, his hit song, you know? So everyone's expecting this, you know, happy, jumpy song, whatever. And then I did the same exact thing. I started off with the backtrack, and then I faded it out, and then it was just them two. I'll never forget it. I had the mixer right over there, so I was kind of facing the stage this way and facing the audience like that, right? And I can see like all these dudes, like hard dudes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sitting there like this, like oh man, like almost getting teary. Roman even kind of started to lose it on stage because his father was like sitting or standing right there.
That's so
So it was so
cool.
freaking magical, but like I saw it like happen
Yeah.
like on this stage, and seeing you and Liz together play like that for that, you know, the way that you did was kind of like that for me, where I was like, oh my God, like I saw like I was telling Liz, it's almost like looking through a telescope and like capturing like 2 stars becoming a binary system like in live time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I hope you two, please, for me,
Yeah, I would.
do more
I
things.
would love to do more things with her.
for the world, please.
Yeah. I'd love more hot cocoa. Yes, please. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Rain. We're
That's
getting some hot cocoa from the coffee joints.
Yeah, I haven't finished it. I'm gonna chug it.
So wow, so for you, so the I always ask these questions of artists where like what came first? Was it the lyrics or the music? Because a lot of artists sometimes
Always the lyrics.
so I've met some artists that they learn like say how to like for me, right? I learned how to play the guitar first. I don't know how to freaking write things. But like for
Yeah.
me, it would be the music verse, I guess. Or some
Yeah.
people like just have it in their head, and then they want to figure out how to write to accompany the music, and then vice versa, right? But yeah, it seems for you, it was the words,
It's definitely
because that's all you had was a crayon.
Yeah.
That's an
So
album cover. That's
I
an
still
album
have the
cover.
journals.
That should be the album
And I
cover.
have, like,
Just like
really
one crayon and
creepy-
like one piece of paper. Like that's it.
I have like really creepy like drawings in the journals with the crayons as well.
Album cover art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I still have the journals. Absolutely. Oh gosh.
So
Yeah.
and you mentioned that you have 40 songs in the vault,
Um,
sort of,
that I've ever written, probably. Yeah.
and 6 out. So you have a bit of a vault already.
Yeah.
In
I
less
mean,
than a year. That's
do
a lot, lady.
have-
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's work.
I do have like a queue of like 6 or 7 songs I need to release,
Yeah.
but I just don't really have the resources to right now.
Unbelievable.
Like a lot of them that I've done on here actually, like Monogamy and In the Trial of God, those are not released. Then there's Obelisk of Hate and Quarantine that I've done here, and so it's like I do have a variety that I do mean to release, but I haven't yet.
Shoot, for Saturday, do you just want to do the whole thing?
I am.
Like no openers. It's just you the entire time, like for 4 hours.
Oh, I mean I can.
You
but
want to do that?
Sure. I was thinking of at least having like one opener.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because you know who I kind of wanted to ask? I think her name is Delina.
Yeah, Delina?
Delina.
Oh, yes. Holy crap.
If I want to see anyone go, because at this point, I'm kind of sure I want Liz to come up at some point.
If you
if
three
she'll
get together
come.
on stage and do something, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah, and if Delina stayed after she opened, I would want her to come up too.
You hear
like,
that, Delina?
I really doubt she's watching, because like we
Yes,
don't
she
really
is.
talk like
no,
that.
she knows, but she watches Tiny Stage
We don't
stuff.
really talk like that, but like literally, if I wrote a song that I didn't release, and there's a small amount of people that I've met in Dallas where like if they see a song that I perform that isn't released yet and they want to be on it and then they ask me to be on it, I'll probably scrap part of a verse so that they can get on it when I release it. There's a very
Oh,
there's
okay.
a
What an
small-
advertisement to come to this Saturday
There
show.
is a small
All the
set
writers.
of people that I consider like that good, and I think Delina would be on that list.
Wow, awesome.
And so like I definitely want her to like open at least or come up maybe
I'm
with
gonna make
me.
sure that she hears this.
But like
But
I don't
don't
mean to
worry.
like fangirl. She's just like really good, y'all.
I am. No, yeah, she's freaking
Really
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's so freaking amazing. So yeah, her first show here, we had a Tiny Talk before her show. I think it was Tiny Talk #1 actually was Delina. The
Really?
very first one, and it was like 2.5 hours or something. Yeah.
Wow.
And I mentioned because like she sings kind of rock, not kind of. She sings a
Yeah.
rock. And have you ever heard of Def Leppard? It's an old '80s band.
No.
Check them out. I would tell everybody. But I was telling her, I was like, you would do an awesome Def Leppard, cover. And she didn't know who they were either. So I was like, yeah, check them out, whatever. Then for her show, she freaking busted out a Def Leppard song that Rennis Jackson also hopped on.
You know,
it was so
okay,
freaking cool.
You know that group
She
of
did
people I was
Hysteria. It was so
talking
cool.
about, that small group of people that if they wanted to hop on a song, I would just drop everything to get them on
Uh-huh.
it. Rennis
Rennis
is
Jackson,
one of those
yes.
people.
Oh my
He
God.
Is absolutely.
Oh,
one
there's
of those
collaborations, yes.
people. Yeah, so if Rennis ever heard a song of mine that wasn't released that he wanted to be on, I'd scrap a part or add something.
All
for him
right,
to get
Ren's
on
probably
there.
watching too. I hope. Well, he will. At some
Well,
point.
it's like the same thing. Like I haven't really talked with him because I just get so nervous with these people. Like
Oh, don't be nervous with these people.
I'm
No.
such a nervous little.
They're
stinker.
fans already. Shoot, they've seen you this past weekend. They're fans already. Trust me.
I really appreciate that,
Yeah.
but I really wish I could have the courage to talk to them more because they're both just so good.
If you want, I don't mind saying, hey, reach out to her. She wants to say hey.
No, I don't need all that. I'll get it one day. I'll get it.
I'll just clip this up and put it on the Tiny Stage page, and they'll see it some kind of way.
Okay.
Because that has to happen. I mean, you and Rennis doing something.
That would be.
That would be so
cool.
freaking amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love
That'd be
that.
crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so I guess so. Like we're kind of like up to date, sort of, huh?
I suppose.
Unbelievable that it's only been a year. Like, it seems like you're packed in like a whole career in just a year. Where like
That's so
I've talked to
sweet.
other artists, and maybe they just take their time and they're busy also with their lives and stuff. But like for example, there's an amazing artist named Josh Stone who only has 2 songs and 2 amazing songs, like songs that you sing along, like the whole crowd sings along to, and that like are, I guess you do whatever, like amazing songs, but just 2, and others would like maybe a handful, but you have like 6 already, and you have like 6 more on deck, and you have like a whole
Yeah.
vault in just a
Yeah.
year. So, what would you say was like? Was it kind of like opening a faucet once you started writing like this?
Yeah, because
Yeah?
I had like so many years of just like mistakes to write about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many
So you
feelings.
had a lot of content. Yeah.
Yeah, so many feelings that I needed to like get out there. And it just like over time, like it became not that I like wanted to get that gratification from releasing it, but I needed to get that stuff out and have people understand me. Like I had never felt like people were present with me all my life, and I
Yeah.
had never felt like understood all my life. And so all of a sudden I had like this like place where I could express that, and all of a sudden once I could get people to understand me, I needed people to understand me.
Yeah.
And so, but actually, there's this other thing. Like, up until I was like 15, I actually hated music.
Really?
I didn't have favorite artists. I didn't listen to music in the car.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna ask like what your influences are, but
yeah, so I just wouldn't listen to music. I actually have autism. I'm diagnosed with it.
okay.
And so I just had this weird problem where, like, if I was eating at, like, McDonald's and music was playing, I'm trying to focus on eating, but in my head, if there's music playing, it's, like, interrupting me.
It's distracting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, distracting me, but I want to focus on this other sense that's
Yeah.
happening. And so it just always made me mad. Like, if I was driving, I'm like, no, I want to focus on driving, not these words.
Right.
But then I met a guy that really liked music, and like in high school, like I was just all about guys. Like I would just do anything to make a relationship work. I just refused to be single. And so there was this, I started being with this guy that really liked music, and he got me into music with this album called A Crow Looked at Me by Mount Erie.
All right.
And it is the saddest album ever. He wrote it right after his wife died of cancer. And it's just very raw. And that was the moment where I was like, I love music now. And so it's not like all my life I've loved music. It was just a very distinct moment where all of a sudden I went from hating it to really thinking it can be complimentary.
What was it about that music that made you kind of like music now?
It
or like,
was
what was it
just-
that you can relate to?
It
like,
was
what you
so
felt?
like authentic,
Yeah.
and like the production of it with like the instruments used and stuff was just very, very. It really complimented what he was saying and expressing, and it just really made me understand how music can be used to convey the feeling that you're writing the poem
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So I oh my goodness, one
Thank you,
hot
Rain.
cocoa.
Shout out
Thank
to
you
Rain
so much.
delivering the hot cocoa right to this tiny stage.
Thank you so much.
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you. Yep.
So fun fact, I have these piercings on my lips. I have 3 bats with the septum on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a bat vertical labrae on the bottom. And so I can't really drink drinks like this because my lips just have too much metal separating them from the lid.
So you gotta do like a sort of side thing.
No, so I have to like take off the
Oh,
lid.
okay.
Yeah, it's very distressing.
The sacrifices.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you have like a real ear for music, though. Like
I
to like not
started
like
to.
music for so long. It sounds like you have a
Yeah.
sort of instinct, like to at least like your ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really started to have an instinct for music after a while.
When did you notice that you started to have that?
Well, after I heard that album, I immediately got into reviewing music with like essays on
Oh.
albumoftheyear.org. And I got
Like for
myself
fun?
Yes. Yeah, I would listen
Okay.
to like 2 albums every single day, like new releases or like
Wow.
hit releases of like that have been released during
So
my
you
lifetime.
studied. Wow, what a way
Yeah.
to...
So I started
Genius.
reviewing a lot of music, and I like I listened to Pimp a Butterfly. I listened to Metallica. I listened to Taylor Swift. I was listening to like EDM or like Aphex Twin or
Yeah.
like I was listening to every genre. I was listening to anything and just reviewing all of it as objectively as I could, and like just like I would write down. I would be writing and focusing on the album the entire time I was listening to it and writing each and every thought I had about it. And then after I listened to the album, I would construct it into a really
Like, organize
readable
it.
essay.
Oh,
And
how
then I'd
smart.
post it, and I'd do like 2 of those a day. And I think I'm at like 200 reviews now, but I haven't even reviewed since like
Is there any kind of outcome for these? Like could you get something from it, or like, do they pay
you would
for
get
it or
like
something,
likes
or?
and stuff or
Okay.
like comments on your reviews.
Yeah.
But I definitely didn't get anything out of it. But then there was the horrible vacation, and that was the first ever thought like, hey, I could do that.
Yeah.
So
Wow. So you kind of gave yourself a sort of music school, or
yeah,
wow.
yeah. So I kind
That's
of
so
like
smart.
compensated for all the years I wasn't listening at all.
So you could almost be probably like a good producer pretty soon. Like if you learn like just
I
the mechanical
have
stuff.
Ableton and Studio One, which are both like leading platforms
Yeah.
for music production. But I also literally have like a soundboard thing, like for like with the keys and everything
A
that
mixer.
you can
Yeah.
that you can connect to it. And so I just need to get to learning that.
Yeah.
I've just been procrastinating it.
And for you, that'll probably be easy because that's just kind of just like playing around, figuring it out, really. But wow, what an amazing story.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let me try to think. All right, so a couple of fun questions, I guess, as we wrap this up. We're at just over an hour. I'm trying to keep it within an hour just for people's attention span.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
I think the longest one I had, I think Alex Nolasco has the record of like 3 hours and some odd.
Wow.
We talked a lot. So since you kind of know a pretty good array of music, if you could collab with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
It would be Phil Elverum.
Phil Elverum?
Yeah,
Haven't
so
heard of
he is Mount Erie or the microphones.
Okay.
He has both of those personas.
All right.
It would be him.
All right. And we've already heard, so I'm going to ask the same question about local artists, but we already know about Liz and Delina. And Rennis. Is there another one that you've come across that you would like to kind of say hey to?
I know her name. Just one moment.
Sure, no
I
worries.
know where it is. I know where it is.
And while she's searching for that, don't forget, people, Cleetus Grimes' Tiny Stage session debut is going to be right here at the Tiny Stage, June 27th, 8 o'clock, featuring Tim Liz, hopefully Lizard Queen, and hopefully Delina. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned.
I think her name is Teresa Andrea.
Teresa Andrea, okay.
She had like the little 2-girl band, didn't she?
That was here on Friday?
Yeah.
That was Harmony with Teeth?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Harmony with Teeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can totally see that. Yeah.
Her. Yes. Yeah.
Same. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, something else that just popped in my head because I was going to say that both of your stage presence is kind of similar. And I was going to ask about that, is that when I first saw you, like, and I told you this on, I think, Friday or even Sunday, was that when you told me I've only been doing this live for 2 months, I was like, bullshit. Because, like, the first time I saw you, the thing that kind of blew me away, I was like, where has this person been? Because, like, you look like you've been on stage for a long time.
It's because I
you
had
have
done
stage
so
presence
much
and you can
theater.
perform. Okay, theater, there we go.
Yeah, so ever since I was in 6th grade, I've been doing straight plays and musicals.
Yep.
And then later in high school, I got a few
Oh, so that's
lead
where you get your
roles.
singing
Yeah,
techniques.
later in
Okay.
high school, I got a few lead roles, and then my junior year, I competed in a choral choir competition called All Region,
Oh,
and I got pretty far as an alto too.
okay.
And And so I did like a lot of extracurriculars in relations to like stage presence and singing in
Nice.
high school and middle school. So
Very cool. Do you have any siblings? Just curious.
nope, I have no siblings.
Is music somehow in your background, in your family somewheres?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
You're like the kind of first one to do
My
this?
family hates the idea of me
Really?
like pursuing
Except your
music.
father, I guess. Not really, no.
No, my dad does not want me to pursue it at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But it's like for a really good reason. Because basically, in my father's words, every musician either doesn't make it and ends up homeless and starving, and or in like a bedroom with like 15 people in like a studio apartment, or they get really big and famous and they get really depressed and they either kill themselves or like overdose. And so that's why
Well,
Dad.
those are the extremes.
Yeah,
but
those are
but
the extremes. But that's
if
like
I
my
may.
whole family's
Yeah.
whole family's like perception of it, including my dad. But like he's trying to support it as a hobby.
Well, so this is kind of how like a lot of these artists do it, right? Like they have day jobs, they have careers, but this is their passion and they want to pursue it,
Yeah,
right? So
totally.
they use their career to kind of help that passion go on.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe it's not like the 100% focus in their life, but it's a big passion for it. But what I was going to say is that you probably don't know this about me, but and people that have watched Tiny Talks know this too much. But my background is in soccer, and I started the first semi-pro team in Denton back in 2012. Well, we broke out into semi-pro in 2018, but I started 2012 and kind of built it up, whatever. But the whole
Right.
purpose there was to kind of give these kids, because they were all really good, but they didn't have anywhere to play, or like people didn't notice them. And so I was trying to I had this concept that I'm trying to be a lighthouse for these people, where I'm like, people just got to see you because you have it. They just got to see you. And then so I would try to get them into these bigger leagues or more people to see them. Eventually people would, and then they would go to college or whatever. But I would tell them is that because at that time they're like 18, 19, so they can devote like all their life to it. But I'm like, when you're 21, 22, life's going to start to do this.
Yeah.
I'm doing the weighing scales thing, where you're going to have to start choosing which one.
Yeah.
And you can choose one or the other, and then one's going to go away, whatever. But you can do both. It's just about a balance.
Yeah.
Where, like, instead of working out at 10 a.m., you're going to have to work out at 5 a.m. because you got to go to work at 9. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, those two things that your father talking about, those are the extremes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's a balance where you can do both, and you have a talent, and you already have things out there, and hopefully now you're kind of getting into this kind of momentum where you're going to get seen more.
I really hope so.
No, I'm gonna talk to you about that after this.
I
But yeah.
really have this desire to be heard. And I really, by proxy, have this desire to be successful in music and prove my dad and my family wrong about all of that. Not just to be, like, spiteful or anything, but just because, like, I really feel like I can make, like, a positive change without falling into freaking crack cocaine.
Sure.
Or killing myself.
No,
Like,
you
I
don't have to
think-
do all that.
Yeah,
You don't
I
have to
think
do all that.
I'll be fine.
Especially
And-
with this community that now you're kind of
Oh,
into
yeah.
because you went to the Love Mic last week or a couple of weeks ago. Just from that, I heard there was a producer in the crowd that caught his eye. He was like, "Oh, I like that one."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this community is very supportive in many ways, not just in music. I can attest to that personally. That they're really supportive even in your personal life too. So like, if you ever have to reach out to anybody, like you now are like you're getting into a community where you have some people that
Yeah.
that can help and stuff like that. You know what I
I
mean?
really appreciate that.
And this stage here, I'm so happy that you chose us to be like the place to kind of like get going or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is a safe stage for you, a safe space. And yeah, now this is your stage. So whatever we can
Thank
do
you.
to help,
I really appreciate
you just reach
that.
out and I'll BS to you later on about how we can get you out more. Like maybe go into the balcony club because you got to check that one out.
Okay.
Um,
What day is that on?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's a really cool open mic. They actually won best open mic at the Dallas Entertainment Awards last year, or this
Wow.
past one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah,
cool.
they're really cool. But yeah, so we're looking forward to the show on the 27th, and you said 6 songs that you're going to release pretty soon.
If
Like
if I
another
can
one?
get the resources to.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the resources, right? I was gonna plug this too, as I do sometimes. There's an app called the Artist Connect app that we're affiliated with. It's through the Love Mic.
Yeah.
It's an
yeah,
app.
I already joined it.
You did good, perfect.
Yeah.
Utilize that because that has like a pretty good network of producers, musicians, whatever you kind of need, and you can also choose people within a certain radius, so you're getting like people that are around you, and not getting stuck with like somebody that may be like 2 hours away or something, and maybe can't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely utilize that. But yeah, no, I'm so excited to see what comes from this. But for your family, I'll get on camera for this one. I don't know much, but I've done this Tiny Stage things for a couple of years now. I've seen well over 100 artists come through this stage. Well over. I almost want to say 200, but I think that might be too much. Somewhere in there. A lot of artists around here. Let me tell you, Cleetus Grimes is a special, special artist. From the very first time I saw her there. So she has something there. We don't have to go to extremes with how we're going to pursue it, but there is something there. And like I said, whatever we can do to help, you just reach out and, we got your back.
Thank you so much.
For sure. And thank you so much for being here for Tiny Talk number 44. And
thank you for having me.
No, thank you. And did you want to give us a little performance of things?
Of course,
You brought your
yeah.
cool guitar here.
What would you like?
Ooh.
Has to be something I know.
Sure. Well, one of your songs, obviously.
I can do In the Trial of God.
I like
or
that one.
Monogamy.
I forgot the words too, but yeah, shit, do all three of them.
Gosh, I don't know if I can remember it.
Whatever you want. Really.
Yeah, I don't think I can do I forgot the words anymore.
Oh, sorry. Before, I forgot the last question that I always ask people. Especially with what you've done in the last year, you'll have a good perspective on this, right? So that's your camera. So I always ask people, what would be the best piece of advice to another local artist that maybe is trying to get out there, trying to do things, maybe trying to record the way that you are?
You just have to release stuff. Like, it doesn't matter if it's perfect or the way you want it. Like, just put it out there. Or even if you don't release it on, like, Spotify, release it on SoundCloud. And if you don't release it on SoundCloud, send it to people you know and send it on social media, even if you're never going to release it. Because someone might reach out and be the resource that you need. And you literally just have to get yourself out there. And if you are performing your songs, but you're not releasing them, then I don't know what to tell you, because, like, you need to have a way for the fans that you catch out in the outside world to follow up with your music. So I think, like, if you're performing your songs live and they're good enough for that, then they're good enough to be released by now. Even if it's just an acoustic cover of you playing on your freaking phone mic, you need to have a way for fans to follow up, or else you're just performing with no feedback, really.
Nice. I love it. Nice and to the point.
Thank you.
All right. Let me adjust. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
What can I get a pick?
Oh, sure.
What did you want to hear?
In the Trial of God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can do like 2 or 3 songs if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Could have sworn I had it here. There we go.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to move this mic over to your guitar since it's not.
Okay. Does that sound okay? Asmina. I submit in the trial of God my prejudices. I submit in the trial of God all of my faults. Some Some think that we climb out a shield on our own credits. But I know that in the trial of God, my sins are locked in the vault. Fearless child of God, He will never leave us to rot. In the doorway He will stand. He stands with an open hand. I stand in the trial of God in my own nakedness. I drop in the trial of God down to the floor. Some think that He'll leave us to rot in our own hatred. But I know because I've been in the trial of God before. Fearless child of God, He will never leave us to rot. In the doorway He will stand. He stands with an open hand. I submit in the trial of God, my hesitance. I submit in the trial of God, my complacence. Some think that it's okay to wait atop the fence, but I know that the trial of God doesn't see through that lens. Fearless child of God, He will never leave us to rot. In the doorway He will stand. He stands with an open hand. That was In the Trial of God. It is not out. It is unreleased. It should be released next. Yes. This next one is called Monogamy. Lowers his voice when he talks to me, retracts his fangs and smiles cheekily. My eager fade blood running through his veins brings a part of me when he kills the lane. I submit to him, subordinate. My God through the night rolls reverse when day is lit. My enchanted blood, he claws for it. He said, for you I'll stay monogamous. My heart pumps for you to feed. My liver filters blood for you I bleed. Forever you're human undyingly. We sustain each other. Monogamy, I'm infatuated with the beast in you. I'll be your feast until you're through. Even if a monster intentions are true, if all those falters, for you I lose my life. My life. My life. My life. I love the sun, but I don't need it. Vitamin long as my blood suits your palate, your satisfaction's all that's on the ballot. He drinks only blood, so I follow suit. I do what he does, he says it's cute. He knows my devotion is endless. He fell up for you, I'll stay monogamous. My heart burns for you to feed. My liver filters blood for you, I bleed. Forever you're human undyingly. We sustain each other. Monogamy, I'm infatuated with the beast in you. I'll be your feast until you're through. Even if a monster intentions are true, if all else falters for you, I lose my life. My life. My life. My life. My heart burns for you to feed. My liver filters blood for you, I bleed. Forever you're human undyingly. We sustain each other. Monogamy, I'm infatuated with the beast in you. I'll be your feast until you're through. Even if a monster intentions are true, if all else falters for you, I lose my life. My life. My life. My life. Thank you very much. I can do one more. Yeah, totally. My name is Cleetus Grimes. You can find me on all platforms, on Spotify and Instagram and everything. With 2 E's, Cleetus with 2 E's.
Hey, I'm here. I want to see you.
Yeah. I'm gonna do another one. This next one is a cover. It's called Vampire Empire by Adrian Lenker. Watching TV tired, bleeding on the bed. The milk has just expired, all the leaves are dead. I'm not quiet, you've been quiet, just receiving what you said. Reeling, feeling, feeding, built by everything you fed. I see you as you see yourself through all the books you read. Overwhelmed with guilt and realizing the disease. You give me chills, I've had it with the drills. I'm nothing, you are nothing, we are nothing with the pills. I'm empty till she feels alive, till she kills. In her vampire empire, I'm the fish and she's my gills. Falling, yeah. Falling, yeah. I see you there rejecting all your earthly power, protecting and dissecting till you've emptied every hour. You jump into the pond and then we come under the shower. You lay upon my pillow and you open like a flower. I want to see you naked, I want to hear you scream. Want to kiss your skin and your everything. I want to be your woman and I want to be your man. I want to be the one that you could understand. You give me chills, I've had it with the drills. I'm nothing, you are nothing, we are nothing with the pills. I'm empty till she kills, alive until she fills. In her vampire empire, I'm the fish and she's my gills. Falling, yeah. Falling, yeah. Well, I walked into your dagger for the last time in a row. It's like trying to start a fire with ashes in the snow. And you can't seem to hold me here, can't seem to let me go. So I can't find surrender, can't seem to keep control. You turn me inside out and then you want the outside in. You spin me all around and then you ask me not to spin. You say you want to be alone and then you want children. You wanna be with me, and then you wanna be with him. You give me chills, I've had it with the drills. I'm nothing, you are nothing, we are nothing with the pills. I'm empty till she feels alive, until she kills. In her vampire empire, I'm the fish and she's my gills. Falling, yeah. Falling, yeah. Falling, yeah. Falling, yeah. Thank y'all. That's all from me.
Wow, thank you so much. All right, we're going to let Cleetus get out of here already. Thank you so much for being here for Tiny Talk number 44, and I love that's number 44 too. I love these double numbers. I think the number 4 is the number of foundation.
Really?
So let that be maybe a good omen for the rest of
Thank
your
you.
stuff. And this is your foundation. This is your home base now.
Yeah, I always come back to be Hippy.
There we go. See, I always like I overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Tiny Talk number 44 here on the Tiny Stage. We're trying something a little different here. Hey, show us up, fantasy. That'll do it for now. So we'll see you next time. Make sure you're out here. Actually, this weekend, Rebel Floor is going to be out here for a Tiny Stage session debut. On the 20th, it's her birthday show too, so that's going to be a freaking fun show. And then on the 27th is Cleetus Grimes' Tiny Stage session debut, where it's going to be just Cleetus, basically, just Cleetus Grimes like the whole night.
Yep.
So you're going to see a whole lot more of what you just saw there. And make sure you're following her at Cleetus.Grimes. You see that right there on your screen. And Cleetus Grimes, the way it's spelled right there on the screen on all the platties, right?
Yep, all the platties, Cleetus.Grimes.
And stay tuned for many more things being released. All right. My name is Carlos, and this is Not a MAGA Hat. That was Tiny Talk number 44, and we'll see you next time.
Thank y'all.